I have these pants on and they're making me float. I'm trying to do the intro to the video. These are kayaking pants with the full air. Oh yeah. It's not what you think it was. Okay, much better. Alright. You guys ready for another river adventure or a creek adventure? I hope so. I've been on the road for about a week now. And as you guys know that have been following me, I sleep in my truck at night in the back of the truck. I'm too cheap to get a hotel room, and you know that costs a lot of money after a week or two of doing this. And man, it's been hot lately. Oh, my nights are so hot, tossing and turning all night, dreaming about relics, just like this. I've been here for 10 seconds, at least. I turned my machine on for 10 seconds, and I just found this Civil War era. From the Civil War, Sharp's bullet. Now I have been here before. It's a neat little creek. I found a bunch of stuff here, and but I didn't know if I was going to find any today. I want to try something a little different that I'm really hopeful might turn up some relics for us. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to have to show you later if it works. If it doesn't work, you're never going to know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a video since I found a relic. And I think there's going to be a lot more here because, like I said, this was within the first 10 seconds, so I'm very hopeful. 4 or 5 more days, I'll be back home and I'll start answering the questions again. I can't answer questions or the comments, can't respond to the comments on the videos very much when I'm on the road because, of course, it's kind of expensive, the data, so I mostly just post videos that I've already uploaded in the past. Sorry about that, but I wish I could answer them, but I also don't have time. Like today, I'm on the water, right? It's probably 9 now because it took me a while to get up here. And, you know, I slept for about 4 hours last night, tossing and turning because it was just so hot. And I've been doing that night after night, so I'm really tired. Drinking a lot of dew, man. Not eating Cheetos, but I'm drinking dew. Let's get to work. Enough of the yammering. It felt good to sit down for a few minutes. All right, one Sharp's bullet in very rough shape. You can see it's got a lot of, looks like the zinc is probably leaching out of the lead. They put zinc in these. Any of the bullets that were shot from the breech, you know, that were loaded in the back and then fired forward and not loaded like a musket from the front, they would put zinc in to make the lead harder. Because the lead could be harder because you didn't have to jam it down the bore to go shooting out, grab the rifling and spin. So a lot of times when you find cavalry bullets, you'll see that they're in kind of rough shape sometimes because the zinc will start dissolving because zinc is not very good, does not last long in the environment. So this is right where I found the Sharp's bullet, and I think it's going to be loaded with other stuff because there's all kinds of squeaks in here. Anything above about a 40 or 45 is not going to be iron. So I heard some, see, look at that. That's something good there. I heard some stuff over here too. I mean, it was up here. That's probably another bullet there. That's probably another bullet there. And the thing is, guys, I worked this area pretty good a year or two ago. I got all the signals I could find out of here. I think it's going to be loaded. So I'm working this little spot right here, just using the pinpointer. And I've already found all of those buckshot right there. That's buckshot from buck and ball. And I just found a 69 caliber musket ball to go with it. And I think that's a lot of those little squeaks I was hearing are the buckshot. And the bigger bullets, of course, are probably picked up by people over the years. But I mean, I've already found 2. There it is. You see it? Right there. Look. Another buckshot. I think I'm going to be finding a lot of these buckshot, so I'm going to go ahead and just dig some of these for a while. If I get into a really good spot and start finding a bunch of stuff, I'll turn the camera back on. I'm still digging a lot of those little buckshot from the buck and ball, and haven't dug too many more 69ers. Well, let me show you what I'm going to do here. I went ahead and got out my gold pan, and I got a little hole going that I'm just taking the pinpoint and stick it down in there, get signals, and I'm getting all the buckshot. You can see I got a bunch of them going right there. And I'll show you with a pinpointer. This pinpointer is not acting very good. I have to hold it perfectly vertical, otherwise it'll go off. And right down in here, I'm chasing around a bunch of those little buckshot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start grabbing a handful of dirt like that and throwing it in the gold pan, and then we'll just pan them out when we get a bunch of dirt in there. And we'll check it out then. How's that sound? And I'll just keep doing this. You know, we're going to get all the nails and stuff too, but we have to process a lot, especially if I had both hands available to pick stuff up with, which I will as soon as I turn off the camera. Oh, that's a piece of iron. Don't need that in the pan, do we? We'll set this on a separate pile back here. I am finding some iron in here, but that's one reason you can't hear these bullets, because there's so much iron, so I'm having to move them. Alright, well, let me just go ahead and pan this out for you so you can see what I'm going to be doing today. And since it's lead, it's just like gold, the lead will fall right to the bottom. I'll go ahead and pick off the big rocks though, because we don't need them in there. And we'll just kind of pan them out. And the ball should be caught in those riffles. I hope. And I see one at least. And a nail. You see it? It looks like about it so far. One in the nail. Oh, I've got a couple pieces of lead in there. Melted lead. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so this is what we have. Two little balls there. Chunk of melted lead. Chunk of melted lead with a nail. A bunch of more melted lead. There's some bunch of camps in the nearby area here. Another lead. That's a little bird shot. That's from somebody who's probably hunting with a shotgun. You see how small that is. And another one there. That's a bird shot from somebody hunting. A bunch of them in there. So that's what we're going to do. Is I'll go ahead and I'll try to load up some pans of this stuff, and we'll pan that out together. That might be more fun than each individual little tiny buckshot. I have another pan ready. I have not looked to see what's in it. I just heard the buzzing and threw it in the pan. I imagine it's some more of those little round balls and stuff. Just like gold, lead's really heavy, so it goes right to the bottom of the pan. So we shouldn't have any trouble getting this stuff out of here. That top layer that I'm getting off right now will be all the dirt and the sand and the silt. The heavy stuff like the lead will still be down there. Of course, if there were buttons or percussion caps, then I would probably just wash them out of the pan just now. So maybe I do need to be a little bit more careful till we know what we're dealing with here. So I did find percussion caps at this site too. Okay, give it a good shake, get it down in those riffles. Just all the stuff off the top. I know you think I'm getting rid of all the goodies, but I'm not. Okay, let's try it one more time. Alright, there we go. This is our setup now. You'll be amazed. There'll still be stuff in there, I hope. Oh yeah, looky there. Can you see them? Got little eggs. Caviar. Mountain caviar. Right, bird dog. Oh, look at that. I wish that was gold though, huh? Wouldn't it be sweet if that was gold? Now, if that was gold, I would not be making this video, and I would be just doing a whole hog on this site today. But yeah, that's the lead. That's all the lead that I got. And I only got that, and it just took me a couple minutes just with a pinpointer. So a lot of those little buckshot, different sizes there though. And melted lead. Oh, there's a percussion cap and some melted lead. That's pretty cool. So I need to be a little more careful because the percussion caps are light, and they'll go right out of the pan before the lead will. But we'll be a little more careful. You can see there's a lot of bird shot in here too. So if those were like little flakes of gold, we would still have them in the pan. Isn't that amazing? How small some of that stuff is that we were able to see. But yeah, there you go. That's not too bad for one pan. If you like lead. And I like lead, so I'm happy. Okay, so this is what we have so far out of those couple pans. I've already lost the carbine bullet. Hopefully it'll turn up. I don't know where I put it. I'm going to go ahead and put everything in this bottle, and we'll keep on trucking. So I moved to a slightly different area, and I found a mini ball and a percussion cap, so I got a bucket full of junk. Well, a bucket full of gravel and stuff. And I just used a pinpoint, I got a signal and dumped it in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to classify it. This is called the gold classifier, and I'll show you exactly how that works. And then we're going to pan it out in the pan right here, just like we did the others. We'll be a little bit more careful, because like I said, I did find a pretty small percussion cap. So what we're going to do is we make sure the bucket's full of water. I think it's full of water. Is it full of water? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And we just give this a good shake, like this. And that's going to make all the small stuff, gravel and sand and percussion caps and buckshot and stuff like that, fall through the bottom. And I'll show you in a minute here. Okay, all the big stuff will be on top. I don't know if this will catch a mini ball or not, but we're going to find out right now. Again, this is a gold classifier. Okay, we've got one spike. Yay. Let's see, got a screw. Hope that's not just a bunch of... Looks like a gun screw. I'm pretty sure that's a gun screw off a musket. Alright, let's see what else we have in here. I'm going to go ahead and peel some of this. Looks almost like a worked piece of flint or something, doesn't it? Huh. That's hard to say. Alright, I'm going to peel this stuff off. See if there's any mini balls in there. Any mini balls? I don't think we got anything big, did we? What's that thing? That's a piece of rock. Okay. I don't see any mini ball. I think I would catch a mini ball or a big musket ball, no problem. Alright, so we're going to dump out the little rocks, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and get the pan. Get rid of all the stuff that's in here. Make sure there's nothing. Well, we'll just dump it in there. And now we're going to dump everything that's in this bucket into the pan. But I'm going to have to turn the camera off. But I'll show you the next step. Alright, so I took the bucket and I dumped it into the pan, and this is what we have. Notice there is some glass in here, so you're going to have to be very careful with your fingers. And let's go ahead and pan this down. And basically, you want to get full of water like that. And this, again, this is going to separate all the heavier stuff from that lighter sand and silt. Okay, so everything that's heavy should be on the bottom. And let's go ahead and get some of the stuff off the top. Kind of look at it though, make sure there's no percussion cap sliding off. I'm not sure how they're going to act in here, but I don't see any yet. And they're shiny, so we would see them. So they're probably heavy. Ah, what's that? No, it's just a rock. They're probably heavier than the sand and the silt, so they'll be down deeper too. If there's any in here. Again, I don't even know if there's any in here. I'll probably put a couple handfuls, maybe 10 or 15 targets in here. Okay, nothing yet. Ah, there's a percussion cap. Almost lost it. Alright, let's go ahead and poke through here and see what we can find. Because the percussion caps are starting to come out now. Because here's one right here. And what we'll do is... Oh yeah, well, just so you know, this is a percussion cap. This is what would fire... Can you see that now? Yeah, okay, that's a percussion cap. That's how you would fire a musket or a percussion pistol, and that has not been fired. It's been fired to be flattened out. That's pretty cool. I think there's a lot of them in here. It does have a line across the top, which is kind of weird. Alright, I think there's going to be millions of them in this area right here. Yeah, I see some more in there. At least one more. Somewhere I saw it. I don't know. Let's go ahead and pan it out. I'll try not to make this video too boring for you, but no, I don't know what's in here either, so. But yeah, all the heavy stuff should be on the bottom. Get some of this, I know all the lead will be in there, you know, right in those riffles. The lead's not going to go in there. I think that's another percussion cap right there. See it coming? It's starting to poke through. I can see it. We'll work it until it moves. See it moves, so we'll go ahead and take that out. That's another percussion cap. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. We'll drop it in the bag. That might be where that bullet is, by the way. That one must... Oh, I found another mini ball over there, too, but I didn't get it on film. I was hoping there'd be a bunch there, but... I don't know. Not looking too good, is it? Yeah, I thought there'd be a lot of stuff in here. There are a lot of little targets. Okay, yeah, a bunch of melted lead. Okay. Let's see what we ended up with. Okay, got a couple of these little musket balls or buckshot. Lots of little pieces of melted lead. That's melted lead too. Look how many there are in there. But not much else. All right, we're gonna move back to the first area that I was in and give that another shot. But yeah, it wasn't a bad pan. There's some good, nice Civil War relics. So you don't find percussion caps every day, I guarantee that. All right, let's try again. So I spent about the last hour or so going through this little spot and getting all the little signals with the pinpointer, throwing them in the classifier, and letting them drop into the bucket like I showed you earlier. And now I have a full bucket of concentrates, and we're going to pan it out. I did find a couple things in the classifier, which is that thing that has a screen like on it, that didn't go through. And what I did is I threw them in the bucket so that you can have the excitement of seeing them again. I've already seen them. It's only a couple things, but you'll know it when you see them. But they're in that big 5-gallon bucket, and hopefully our panning is good enough that we'll actually find them again. And if not, we have metal detectors. All right, first pan. Let's check it out. Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of panning to do. Here's one pan. There's probably at least 5 or 6 of them, so I'm not going to show you all of them. Well, maybe at the end. I was thinking about bringing my sluice up here. I have a sluice for, looking for gold, but I think the lighter stuff, like the percussion caps, would just float right through it, so it's probably not worth doing that. You already see something in it. It's a percussion cap. I think we're going to get a bunch of those. I'll set it over here on a log. Ah, there's another one. That's pretty cool. See anything else in there? All right, let's start panning. I'll show you what I'll show you what it looks like when we get closer to the end. It's a little tiny nail right there. The mountain shouting's getting a little low. We'll probably have to leave when it empties. Right at dark. You can see some things appearing. There's another one of those screws. Very suspicious. That looks a lot like the kind that are in muskets. And a percussion cap. And another percussion cap. We're going to go ahead and pull them out as we see them. That way we don't lose anything. Because this is not the most efficient way to find this stuff. And we'll just go ahead and pan that back down. When we start seeing stuff appear again, we'll pick it out. See anything yet? Another shake. Try to get everything go to the bottom. Now, this isn't the most efficient way to find this stuff, but I think it's probably a lot quicker than trying to identify every little piece with a pinpointer. Ah, there goes a percussion cap. Oh, no way, relics, man. I can't believe that. Alright, I see one there. Let's grab it. Alright, we'll put it over there. Let's be more careful. Of course, we can always check where the sand's hitting the bottom there when we're done. Alright, we should begin to the heavy stuff. Oh, I see a bullet. Do you see it? I've actually, like I said, I actually already found that in the class. Oh, what's that? What's that little shiny? That's interesting. I think I know what that is. Do you know what that is? Let me get it so you can see it. Pretty sure that's part of a friction primer for a cannon fuse. That's the end that they pull on. Huh, cool. Hopefully it'll be, of course you saw this. It's a big old 69 caliber mini ball from the American Civil War. Cool, alright. Let's see what else we have. I suspect we're going to have a lot of melted lead and those little buckshot. There's a lot of buckshot in here for some reason. Not as many of the big 69 caliber balls. Yeah, there's one in there. See it now? Yeah, we're down to lead now, so. Man, it's a bunch of lead. Jeez, no wonder. Pinpointer's going crazy as I was picking this stuff up. And apparently it's mostly just melted lead. Oh well. Ah, another bullet! That one actually made it through the classifier. And big old 69 caliber round ball. That's a, I believe that's a Spencer carbine bullet, or Spencer bullet. And a bunch of melted lead. This is all melted lead. A little buckshot. Cool. Excellent. I'll work it down. I'll go ahead and do the rest of them, and I'll just show you when we get to the bottom what's in each bucket or each pan. I don't want to bore you too much. Now, if you guys like watching the whole process, I'll keep doing it for you. Well, next time I do this, but this video is already probably way too long, isn't it? Now, this is very interesting. This is the second pan, and you can see there's not near as much stuff in it. The first pan had a lot more, and that was the stuff that I dug last in the hole. So we're going to have to go back to that hole and start again and dig some more, because that was probably getting to the richest part of it. There's a lot more in that first pan. Alright, I'll show you the next one too. Okay, this is pan number 3 from the bucket. It's just mostly melted lead and a couple little buckshot. Next to the last pan is just some more little lead balls, melted lead. That first pan was the best by far. We'll definitely have to go back there. Man, it's a lot of lead. No wonder my pinpointer was acting weird. And this is the last pan. Again, a bunch of melted lead. I did get a couple percussion caps out of that one. And that's about it. We're going to go back though and work that hole one more time. They're coming for the chigger. Probably going to drop me some food, man. I need some provisions today. I brought 1 can of squeezed cheese. Nah, not for me. Probably some other digger up there. Yeah, I went back to that hole and just took 1 pan. And you see I got some percussion caps, more melted lead, and a couple buckshot. But it's not quite as rich as I was hoping it would be. So we're going to try a different spot. Same area, but we're going to move to a slightly different spot. Yeah, let's do that. Well, the day's coming to a close. I had a great time. I found a fair amount of bullets and some other odds and ends. But you can see the sun's starting to go down, so we have to head out of here. Well, this is what we found today. You can see we've got a bunch of stuff, about maybe 20, 25 Civil War bullets. Nice little variety. We got some 69 caliber round balls with a buckshot to go with it. Got 1 69 caliber mini ball. Believe it or not, that's the same size as the round ball. Same caliber. And I got some mini balls. I think those are probably 58s. Maybe 54s. That's 54 there, so yeah. What size do you think is about the same? Yeah, they could be 54s. See what else we have? Oh, we got a whole bunch of percussion caps. This is what fired the muskets. And actually a lot of the carbines as well. You put that on the nipple. When the hammer came down and hit it, there was fulminate of mercury inside, and it would explode and go down into the musket and set off the gunpowder. These are some modern rifle cartridges, and this is an old spoon. This is a pewter spoon. This could easily predate the Civil War, but they might have used it too during the war, who knows. I'm not sure what that is. Might be part of a pocket watch maybe, I'm thinking, but yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's from a friction primer to fire the cannon. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little hunt today, panning for relics. I guess that's what we'll call it, something like that. It was fun. It was different. My fingers are very, very sore though. Look how pruned they are. Did you know that pruning in humans, when you're in the water a long time, is an evolutionary design to make your fingers get better grip, makes them rippled, so you can hold stuff better. Kind of neat, huh? All right, so away we go. We got another fun hunt tomorrow, I think. I'll be out maybe 2 more days, and maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see. Such perfect weather for digging. So, all right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it.